boy has been accused of murdering over 3 children in his neighborhood. The police asks him about the reason of the murders, and the little boy does nothing but stares at them and smile. Born in 1998 in the Musahar village of Bihar, he was no ordinary 8-year-old. Amarjeet Sada was termed a sadist with no sense of right or wrong by psychologists who derived pleasure from inflicting. Amarjeet was born to a poor couple working as laborers in Bihar, and the birth of his sister made it more difficult for the family to make ends meet. A loner by nature, Amarjeet had no friends but would spend time climbing trees and roaming around his village. His life took an unexpected turn when his aunt visited his place with her 6-year-old daughter after finding a job in the city. A few days later, when his aunt and mother left the house to buy vegetables, leaving Sada in charge of the 2 children. From this day, his life took a twisted turn. At first, he started to pinch and slap his cousin. As she began to cry, he put his hands around her throat and choked her before finally strangling her to death. He reportedly went to the nearby forest and bashed her head to a pulp and returned home after burying her. However, his parents shielded him even after he confessed to the crime, and soon it was time. He had no plans of stopping here, but he continued. His next target was his own sister. One winter afternoon, when his parents were sleeping, Amarjeet's attention turned toward his sister. He reportedly lifted her from the cot and strangled her to death. When his mother later picked her up to feed her, she knew what had happened. When she asked Amarjeet if he had done that, he said yes. When asked why, he answered, just like that. But once again, his parents did not report him to the police. It was during his final and last kill in 2007 that Amarjeet was caught by the police. This time it was a 6-month-old baby girl named Khushbu. The baby's mother left her daughter at a primary school only to find that she was missing when she returned. After a few hours, Amarjeet reportedly confessed to killing her. He admitted that he strangled her and hit her with a brick and then buried her. He even led the villagers to the spot where he buried her. Amarjeet was 8 years when he was finally summoned by the police. He was reportedly calm and composed, with no shred of fear on his face after what he had done. His nonchalance stunned the police officers. But they persuaded him, and finally, Sada led them to where he buried his last victim. Since he was a minor at the time of committing the murders, he was sent to a juvenile home and was kept in isolation. Doctors who treated him reportedly said he had a conduct disorder in which he derived pleasure from harming others. According to reports, when Amarjeet turned 18 in 2016, he was released under a new identity and nobody knows about his whereabouts now. This story raises concerns about the safety of our children, that if not a grown man, then even a child is a threat to them. The case of Amarjeet Sada stands out as a stark reminder of the threats posed by juvenile offenders. Sada, known as the world's youngest serial killer, the Amarjeet Sada story highlights the challenges faced by the Indian juvenile justice system in effectively addressing the complex issues of juvenile crime and rehabilitation. It underscores the need for comprehensive reforms and effective interventions to prevent such tragic incidents in the future and to ensure the safety and well-being of all children in the justice system.